Am I the butthole for calling out my brother for blocking me on social media? I know it sounds petty, but hear me out. My brother Don, male 34, and Tyler, male 33, and me, female 28, were very close while growing up. 5 years ago, Don got fired and was in a bad place emotionally and financially. I was earning good money during this time, so I supported him as much I could. He had some employment opportunities outside his academic field, but he rejected them. My parents were critical about it, but Tyler and me were there for him. We were like, dude, follow your dreams. We got you. Fast forward 2 years ago. Don gets a new job and he earns a lot of money. His kind of drifts apart from Tyler and me. He meets a girl, they get married and they have a baby. He becomes kind of snobby. I get fired during this time, and when I asked him for money when my savings ran out, he ignores me and says he is not in a good place to help me. I start to see on his social media the good life he has, and I get the word his wife says she hates that Don has to support his lazy family. I confront him and he implies that I am stalking him online. He blocks me, my parents, Tyler and me of all social media. My parents don't mind, they don't use them anyway. Tyler is upset, but he is chill. I am hurt, but whatever. We still call each once in a while. A year ago, while I was jumping between part-time jobs, I started to work on an illustrated children's book. Writing a book has been my dream since I'm little, and everyone in my family knows it. Last time, like years ago, I had a heart-to-heart chat with Don. I told him I was giving up my dream. That's the last thing he listens about the matter. I've been documenting the creation of this book on social media, and even my extended family got excited. A week ago I got news from an editorial willing to publish this book. It is not a millionaire deal, but whoa. I video call my family, including the extended part, and I tell them. Everyone is excited, but Don is dumbfounded. He's like, why, I'm just knowing this? Okay, you say I never call, but you never tell me what's going on in your life. He kind of likes to blame us for not being close to him anymore. I got upset because it was not the time to guilt trip me. My extended family gives him weird looks and tells him I've been documenting this process on every social media I have. Don is still sulking, and then I say something like, oh, you don't know? Don has me blocked online because he thinks I am constantly assessing his fortune or something. Don is mad, but we end up the call pretending everything is fine. Mom is upset because I publicly called Don out. She has dumb rivalry with my extended family and likes to pretend we are the perfect family. Dad is saying he deserved it, but he'd rather see me wait and confront him. Tyler is ecstatic. AITA? I feel so stupid. I feel I ruined my good moment and severed even more my relationship with Don. On the other hand, I hate he plays the victim. Edit for typos. Sorry. NTA. Despite having blocked you on social media, he expected you to call him separately and give him the same updates you were issuing on social media? This seems unreasonable. I suppose you could have left it without saying that part, but I don't see that you had to. He blocks her, then complains they don't talk anymore and he's left out of the loop. I am boggled by what a butthole this dude is. Also, to turn her big announcement around and make it about him? What is he? A child? As far as I'm concerned, telling other out-of-the-loop family members that he blocked her a while ago was the nicest response. Certainly more polite than I would have been. He was also okay receiving financial help from his little sister when he needed it. But when she needed it, he refused and was upset about it? Dude is a total butthole. That was an equally as unflattering point, yay. This guy seems to have very little going for him. I also suspect if he had deigned to help his little sis when she needed help, he'd hang it over her forever as if he'd parted the Red Sea or something. So, honestly, she probably dodged a highly annoying bullet. That is so true, I didn't even think about that. I'm glad Original Poster is in an okay situation now without having had to go through that. And that the financial debt is on her side, because rich people are way more annoying about it. That part was confusing. Original Poster said, when I asked him for money when my savings ran out, he ignores me and says he is not in a good place to help me. I get the word his wife says she hates that Don has to support his lazy family. Those seem like contradictions. Seems like the wife conflated being asked for help with actually giving it. Self-righteous buttholes like that will do that, and it's always infuriating. Or he's telling wife that certain funds are going to family, when they're going to something else entirely. Honestly, he started drifting off as he got with this girl, makes me think that she is the reason this wedge was created between the family. I wouldn't blame it on her. He seems like he has no problems with the way things are. At least, so long as everything remains about him. I was thinking the same thing. She may be manipulating him and it's easier for her if he steps back from his family. There also seems to be weirdness with the parents. She said that her mom likes to pretend they're perfect. There is much more that we don't know, but at the end of day he is a butthole. Just him making it about himself makes him a butthole. Getting his candle wick dipped in some other's wax. He probably spun it when he told her. He probably said he's always bailing them out when they are in a financial jam. I bet he never told her how they helped him out in the past. Dude, your icon is rad but damn near gave me a seizure. Yeah, I feel the same. I won't be able to read Reddit comments if everyone starts using those. Do you have SPD too, or is it just really distracting? Alternatively, Don could be telling his wife he is giving money to his family while he's using it for something else. Side piece perhaps? Or kids? That would explain why he blocked the family, so they couldn't set the record straight, especially if wife is venting about all this charity online. I also wonder if the wife was part of how he's acting. It happens with the sexes reversed all the time. Original poster says he pulled away from them since he got with her. Maybe he's being manipulated by a possessive wife who is making him isolated and turn against his family. I know this might not be the case, but I wonder if the sexes were reversed in this case, would more comments be saying sounds like that sibling is with a controlling possessive partner. I mean, original poster definitely not the butthole, but I think it's worth thinking this may not all be on him. I had this thought too. Making a remark like I hate that Don has to support his lazy family on social media makes her TA whether Don is lying to her about it or not. I think there are lots of elements to the story that establish that Don is TA as well, but he seemed/acted surprised that he was out of the loop, to the point that it made me wonder if it was actually Don's wife who blocked original poster from Don's social media, and then, if Don brought up not seeing ops posts anymore, she could have theorized that it was original poster who blocked Don. That's really making the wife the villain, and it's definitely not guaranteed, but I think it makes more sense than how original poster sees it. Hi. Thank you guys for the kind comments. Just to clarify, she was there when I asked my brother money. He never gave me a dime, but I feel she got the vibe I was asking money because I didn't want to work. I went through a small depression after getting illegally fired. I just didn't want to jump to another job because I felt like crap. Did you point out that you supported him financially when he was fired? I'd love to know how butthole Don and his crafty wife would explain that away. Seconding this, does she know you supported him financially? I don't really feel like this is necessary, nor that it would even amount to anything other than she's a liar, too. This video call probably gave him a bit of jolt, realizing that he's the only one out of the loop, and how far out of it he is. He could be more open to an actual one-on-one call with you now than he had been before. You might try texting him to see if you can give him a call, or emailing him, if he never responds to your texts, or just straight up calling him, or whatever. It could be the case that his wife is trying to isolate him from his family, for his money, or because she's emotionally abusive, or any number of reasons, and if that's true, he might not have seen some of your texts before. It might be good to try to let go of some of your resentment and make a greater effort. If he blows you off, he blows you off, but wouldn't you regret it if you found out later that you'd had a chance and never tried? You don't have to do this, of course, but it sounds like you really valued this relationship. You might even send him this post. It does a very good job of laying out what went down, and the judgment is pretty clear. Sometimes, seeing what internet strangers think about your actions does help, as you probably know. F that. Don wants to know what's going on, he should pick the phone up himself. If original poster doesn't care, they're perfectly within their rights not to ever reach out again. But original poster has suggested several times here that they miss Don. If you want to have/keep a relationship, sometimes you have to make the first move even if the other person should go first. I had no problems giving money to family members to help them out when I could. But when I needed something and it was too much to ask for some people, They are the ones I would never help again. I was dealing with PTSD and a lot of things, and it took a year for me to get back on track as far as work, school, and helping around the house. But my family supported me, and then I returned that. I wasn't lazy, I just wasn't in a place to take care of myself. They are contradictory statements. But wifey sounds like she is spreading gossip, saying that something is happening, even though it's not, just because someone has asked. I have run into so many people who think that because someone asked for financial help and then were turned down, that it still counts as actually financially supporting that person, even though no actual financial exchange actually happened. Yeah, you can tell it's trying to sound sort of one-sided. They only mentioned blocking on Facebook, perhaps they were calling or talking in some other form and she just didn't tell him. Speculation. I get the word his wife says she hates that Don has to support his lazy family. This made me think that the wife might play a role in his sudden change of behavior. Some people change in a relationship, some for the better and some for worse. I wonder if he ever even offered to pay back his sibs, or at least do something nice to show his gratitude for their help. Let's not forget he lets his wife crap talk her and cut her off for pointing out that it was in butthole move. Like, would she have ever looked his way without Op's financial help? It also seems like he either didn't tell his wife about his little sister helping him / made it out that he had helped her in the past, or something else for her to make accusations about his family being lazy and always needing bailed out. It definitely seems like they were made for each other either way. Total butthole right here. Even I'm pissed at this jerk. Total butthole doesn't begin to cover it. My friend's 2 daughters had a falling out. Younger one blocks older one on all social media, her phone number and email. Older daughter is married and gets pregnant. Younger one doesn't find out for months. Comes whining to mommy about how she feels so left out. Mom says you have blocked her every way possible. Exactly how was she to notify you about anything? Can't have it both ways. Glad mom said that instead of being the kind to blame the older sister, she actively stays out of their skirmishes. Tries to just be a sounding board for both. It can't be easy. Perfectly said. Op's brother sounds kind of jealous or maybe just annoyed at Op's success, but that's just my interpretation. No original poster seems to be a leech. Notice how he was sucking money out of his siblings and declined multiple jobs, but one of them need his help and he's just going to go nope. He also blocks them on SM and expects update. Seems like a leech and someone who likes to complain. Edit, OPS brother MB. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you meant Op's brother? I know at the top of the post it talks about how the brother was rejecting job opportunities. Yes, I was talking about Op's bro. Okay, then I fully agree. Are you calling original poster a leech? Your comment is a little confusing. Sorry, meant brother. Not the butthole. Tyler is ecstatic. Good, he should be. Good for you. Don sounds like a jerk. Seriously. Original poster supports him, cares for him, and then he goes and ditches her when she is in a bad place. When his wife starts accusing her of stuff she tried to defend herself and gets blocked. And how that she's becoming successful again, he's mad that she didn't call him to give him the same updates she posted online. What is wrong with this dude? Not the butthole, but your brother is not a person I would want to be around. I wonder if he only wants back in your life because original poster has become successful again. The world revolves around me. Only through my greatness does the sun rise each day. Don, probably. We are all Tyler. Reading this made me ecstatic too. Not the butthole. Original poster. NTA, he's free to block you. You're free to call him out on it. From what you described, no lies were told. At some point, if you ever reconcile, remind him blood is thicker than water. Explain to him how hurt you were that he turned his back on you when you were down. To be honest, I can't say much about his wife. It doesn't sound like you heard her complain yourself. So that's hearsay. There's always a risk that a new spouse will come between siblings, and that's unfortunate. Blood is thicker than water. Why does this persist? Family is something that is earned, blood doesn't matter. Don isn't family if he is going to treat his blood like this. I would honestly be more hurt if one of my really good friends pulled this crap than if my blood did, because we aren't nearly as close. Yeah, original poster is bound to be beyond hurt, but that's because it was a crappy thing for Don to do, not because he is blood but because they were very close at one point. The point there was in reference to Don's spouse. It's possible that Don did what he did because of the spouse, we don't know that for certain. Within the context of Op's story, it seemed like they were awfully close before. It also sounds like money and, maybe, the spouse messed things up. So Don needs to realize that if any of those things go away, spouse and or money, the family that was there before will likely be where he turns back to. Your last paragraph is 100% true. This was a very good explanation of why that blood versus water phrase can still be relevant, just in different ways. He's free to block you. You're free to call him out on it. From what you described, no lies were told. This makes it sound like you would vote you're the butthole rather than NTA. As you did. I do agree with the not the butthole voting, however, but the reasons are due to outside of what you pointed out. The main reason Don's in butthole is because after blocking original poster, which he's free to do, as you're saying, he put expectations on her that were unreasonable. It's ridiculous to expect that she should personally inform him of details that were readily available for him to find out himself. Basically, he expected her to personally cater to him blocking her? Sheesh. And that's just for this situation. If we believe original poster and he wouldn't help her like she helped him in the past while he was perfectly capable of doing so, that's an butthole thing as well. My point was, his action had consequences. He blocked original poster, which he was of course free to do, butthole move, and original poster called him out, which original poster was free to do. Not the butthole no lies were told, i.e. original poster wasn't lying, original poster was blocked. Edited for clarity. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.